In an age beyond the grasp of time, a timeless temple stood cradled in the arms of the mountains, where the wind carried whispers of forgotten truths. Within its sacred halls, seekers sat in silent anticipation, their breaths harmonizing with the slow flicker of oil lamps. The air was thick with the scent of sandalwood and thyme, as if the walls had absorbed centuries of wisdom. The tale of the seeker. The master begins to weave a tale of Elian, who lived in a distant land shrouded in mist and forgotten by time. Since childhood, he had pursued the elusive mirage of happiness. It started with toys, wealth, and then love, each achievement bringing joy that sparkled and vanished like the morning dew. One day, weary of the endless cycle of gain and loss, Elian sought out a revered hermit rumored to dwell at the peak of the Whispering Mountains. After many days and nights of perilous travel, he arrived at the sage's humble dwelling. The old man sat by a fire, tending to a simple meal. "Master," Elian pleaded, kneeling before him, "I have wandered across lands, tasted every pleasure, and still happiness eludes me. Where does true joy reside?" The sage smiled but said nothing. Instead, he plucked a flower from the ground and held it before Elian. "Does this flower bloom because of desire, or does it simply exist in its fullness?" Elian furrowed his brow, unsure of what was being asked. The old man continued, "You seek happiness through causes, but real bliss has none. The flower does not chase beauty, it is beauty. The sun does not chase light, it is light. But you chase happiness, and in that chase, you create its opposite, misery." Elian felt the weight of the words sink into his soul. His life had been an endless pursuit, a cycle of gain and loss, joy and sorrow, like a dog chasing its tail. And yet, the happiness he sought had been within him unnoticed, drowned beneath the noise of his desires. He stayed with the hermit for many moons, learning the art of stillness. He unlearned his cravings, his attachments, and in their place, he discovered something deeper, bliss unshaken by circumstance. One day, he walked down the mountain not as a seeker, but as one who had found the insight, the nature of happiness and misery. The master's voice, rich with the weight of experience, filled the hall as he spoke. Misery always has a cause. It is born of attachment, of the karmic law of cause and effect. When you attach your joy to a person, an object, or an outcome, you unknowingly create the seed of suffering. The moment that person or thing is lost, suffering emerges in its place. But happiness, real happiness, has no cause. It is not something to be achieved, it is something to be uncovered. The sun does not shine because it seeks approval, it shines because it is its nature to do so. The flower does not bloom because of validation, it blooms because it is in harmony with existence. When you depend on external sources for happiness, you invite their opposites, pain, loss, and sorrow. This is why relationships, wealth, and achievements provide only temporary joy. They serve as mirrors, reflecting a happiness that has always existed within you. Yet when the mirror is removed, you feel the joy is lost. It was never outside of you, it only appeared that way. The master paused, letting the words settle into the hearts of those present. Then he continued, "If you want true bliss, stop seeking it in the world of change. The outer world is Maya, a grand illusion, always shifting, always temporary. But within you, there is a stillness, a wholeness that does not change. Seek that, and you will never know misery again." The practice, daily steps to true bliss. 1. Observe your attachments. Each day, notice where your happiness depends on something outside of yourself. Acknowledge how this creates the potential for suffering. 2. Be present, be still. Spend a few minutes in silence. Sit without distractions. Watch your breath. Observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. This is the secret doorway to inner peace. 3. Shift from seeking to being. Instead of chasing happiness, practice contentment. Find joy in the simple, the ordinary. A sip of tea, the warmth of the sun, the breath that moves through you. Bliss is not in the grand, but in the unnoticed. 4. Let go of the illusion of control, surrender to the natural flow of life. The sunrise and sunset happen without effort. So does the unfolding of your being. Trust it. 5. Practice gratitude without cause. Do not wait for something to go right before feeling grateful. Instead, practice unconditional gratitude, not for anything specific, but for the gift of life itself. 6. Detach with love. Love deeply, but do not bind. Enjoy fully, but do not cling. When you hold the river, it slips through your fingers. When you let it flow, it nourishes you endlessly. The master's eyes gleamed as he finished. Silence filled the hall again, but it was a different silence. Not of absence, but of presence. A single seeker, lost in thought, whispered, "So happiness cannot be found, only realized." The master smiled, a knowing smile that reached beyond time. Exactly. The more you chase happiness, the more it eludes you. However, when you stop the chase, you'll discover it was always there, waiting to be recognized. Visit nycfitliving.com to begin your journey toward a deeper understanding and cultivate a life of genuine happiness and well-being through fitness, mindfulness, and stress management.